Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? Hi, hi. Another rare, fully lit, middle of the day stream. Oh my god. We are finishing off Kashima Recipe today. For real this time. I mean, unless the server happens to, like, die in the middle of stream again or something, but that would be very inconvenient given this is actually the last day the server is open. Um, so the plan for today is, sorry, a shiny just spawned a game and it jump scared me. The goal for today is to get all the little details around my base done. So the little cliff edge that we started last time, and trees around the edge of the gym, paths, um, alternative lighting other than just torches around because it doesn't look very clean. Yeah, that is the goal. Also, it's raining. Oh, okay, if my game will pick up on stream. There we go. It's raining and I thought this just looks so cool. Like, I feel like this is the perfect right vibe for this gym to be captured in. It's so moody. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Especially with the, like, main base in front. Okay, that. Okay, the framing didn't work out perfectly there, but I did not plan it properly, so that makes sense. This, maybe. But I'm gonna have to, like, stay on, specifically when I'm taking screenshots. Um, ooh, there we go. Don't know why I lagged so hard there. I gotta stay on when I'm taking screenshots specifically to get both like rain, night, and stuff because those are the times when the space comes together best. I mean, at night it looks the best because every little bits of these things glow, and it just looks beautiful. But yeah, bro, what did I do with? Okay, I've moved a bunch of my stuff to clear like the front of this, and I have kind of maybe possibly gotten rid of the blocks that I was building with. So that wasn't ideal. But everything is now over here, and I should be able to find these things relatively easily. They will be somewhere within this chest. This looks about right. There's a Pokemon dying outside. um yeah. Let's take this stuff. This looks about like what was just my inventory. Especially given the fact that there's literally elements of my inventory in here. The backpacks. Not that I really need them. To be fair, yeah, no, I don't really need them. We can put them in there. The backpack that the backpack that I've got on is my main one. That's fine. Let's... In fact, let's fly over. It's faster. The rain makes this server so laggy. I haven't really done much to this. Mainly because I haven't had time to. But it should be completable today. All I really did was clean up this, like, edge of the thing. So it wasn't overhanging. And being annoying and in the way. Bidoof. But, we basically have to put the, like, top of the gradient on all the way around here. And then fill in all of the dirt and like make this like a flat island. But I think that looks so much better. It was so worth it rather than just putting like a grass bank down. I think it looks so much better. I also need to go along this bottom row here and just shove maybe the smooth black sandstone actually. So it's like worn away by the water all the way along the edge. But that's I think that's like the last bit of this task. Because I also want to add some little shadows with the smooth black sandstone as well. We go. Need this, and this, I think. Then the basalt and the deep slate over the top. Or maybe actually basalt goes here. I'm just gonna do that. So it's these four. Roughly in that order. With darkness, and then like regular deep slate and the polished basalt. Like, it's just ever so... I thought it ever so slightly lighter, so we just use them at the very top. Little bits of rocks. And I think there was like stairs and stuff on the other one. Okay. That kind of works. And then I'll do like anything like above the layer of the thing later. Which this is very close. Little bit of tiles. Maybe I could go along and just put like the tiles and the bricks in first, because these are actually a substantial amount darker than the other ones. I mean, the tiles at least. So they should definitely go first. It might be easier just to do it in ever so slightly smaller segments. I'm trying to bring it in whilst also have it more like straight up as a cliff edge. Don't know if I'm achieving that currently, but we'll see. August. Hello. Welcome in. G-Basalt, that's found by the amethyst. Might be the most edible block that isn't Skulk. Is Skulk edible? I personally would not want to eat Skulk. I don't know. I feel like that would like cause some crazy crazy side effects. That's like a scary lore origin story. Basically disease, yeah. Need to grab that block. You're back here. Oh wow. Okay. Apparently I just had like 10 on me. Cool. I need more deep slate tiles, Jesus Christ. Even I vastly underestimate how many blocks I need in building, like, all the time. There's no trouble dying, I need to just to see what would happen. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, in a way, when you get ill, it's technically because you've eaten a disease. Or inhaled. Whoa, my headphones have maxed audio. I hate this. I hate when this happens. My headphones are just like slightly broken, and occasionally it just like goes to 100% volume, and there's nothing I can do about it because it's just like scrolling constantly. People I know are all thinking I'm going to be fifth Ebola case in the UK. Oh my god. August would see the like what are they called, the culture things, and then go on bacteria cultures. Yummy. Yeah, they've been doing it for ages. I actually don't think it's my headphones because like I tested this once and I disconnected my headphones whilst it was happening to see if it would stop it, and it didn't. So it might just be my PC, but I don't think it affects anything on stream. I think it's just deafens me instead. So at least that's fine. I would have put much more things on my mouth. I was like gluten free. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god, it's doing it again. Stop. Oh, I'm getting like nice, satisfying rain noises at least. I've got like ASMR, like a rain on like max volume in my ears. It's been raining for so long. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. The dark and moody. I had a whole thing going for this SMP where I was gonna make an evil basement in this base, and I was gonna create slightly concerning experiments on Pokemon, and it didn't happen. It did not happen. I mean, I didn't even get time to build the space properly. This is just a pasted schematic because I ran out of time. But I mean, it's probably for the best. I'm thinking if I had done that on an SMP where there isn't any lore here, right? Like the only lore there is through the buildings that we create and the stories that they tell. If I had done that on this SMP, that means I couldn't use that character for other things without it being repetitive. And I want to do lore stuff, and if somebody gives me an opportunity to be evil, ignore my jest, and I can create an evil laboratory where I can actually play an evil character, that would be 10 times better than just making an evil laboratory for the sake of it. Right, why do I have no blocks that I need? I didn't get rid of the building materials that was supposed to be used on the build before I pasted it in, so I've kind of just duplicated things, but it is the last day and nobody gives a shit. um, because I didn't use deep slate tiles in the build. I don't think I have any normal deep slate. A little bit of stealing, perchance. Stealing on the last day, as if I haven't been doing it in the past. No, I have pretty much free reign to any of my friends' chests because I'm a builder and that's how that works. Hello? Thank you, Kaiko. Definitely asked in the first place. where's the thing? There it is. Back home. Oh, when I put my stonecutter away, oh, I'm gonna have to search through so many chests. I'm not an organized person in the slightest, but I do have this, which should mean that I can just go like that. And right, it's not in any of those chests. That's inconvenient. If I were me rushing before stream, where would I put a stonecutter? Here. It's actually probably. I feel like there should be one in here. There's just stuff in the furnaces. Okay. Tiles. And I don't think no. You can't just turn normal deep slate into tiles, of course, because that makes sense, Minecraft. I don't want to have to like mine things that I've self-touched. Not me that I've self-touched, somebody else has. Or smelted, because I smelted a bunch, and then have to mine them all back again. Stonecutters would be good for food processing. There is, in the mods that we're using, I'm pretty sure there is something like that. There's like a bunch of cooking stuff. I haven't really messed with it, but when I first joined, I got given a bunch of food, and it was very nice. Well, not first joined, but when I first walked to the people in the town next to me. Oh, we should go do a little last day tour. Hold on. All this and I didn't get more Deasley bricks. God's sake. Back we go. I love how this entire place is like empty. That's my guy. You were sick. I have no Pokeballs. The only room in this building is the actual gym itself. It's pretty though. It looks cool. I also want to grab. Wow. I also want to grab some item frames and put my things up, my badges, which I don't. Nobody on the server has my gym badge because when I originally, when people were fighting my gym, I didn't have the gym badges, so they just have a placeholder that says, poison gym badge. Okay. Let's go back. Deep slate. I have slabs, so if absolute need be, I can double slab. Oh yeah, no, we're fine. We are so fine, so chill. Nice. Yeah, no, this build is the epitome of what happens when you put a creative builder who works on, like, storytelling builds onto a survival server and say, build something. I completely overestimated my time and capabilities. But at least it's here, and I'm grateful to Kaiko for letting me just paste. I built about a little over half of it, actually, on the server in survival. Oh my god, you're also cool. I've forgotten your name. I don't have my book on me either. Why is there so many cool Pokemon spawning? And where were they all like months ago? I don't have a set time that the server is closing. I think it would be, it's really sad, but also kind of hilarious if it just disappeared on me. Not a builder, a guy who excessively gathers tridents. That is a very specific Minecraft trait, but honestly, I love that. That's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever really seeked out a trident in Minecraft. See, I'm just a builder. I don't do anything else. for the next season of Catching, I am 100% shifting my focus onto learning Cobblemon. Because I've been on like 3 seasons of Lumamon and this season of Catch. And I have not learned the mod at all. I would just go, oh, I would love to have cool Pokemon, and somebody on the server goes, here, I've made your Pokemon better, and I go, yippee, and then I lose every battle I do. And that pretty much summarizes my experience on Catch. Even with Kaiko to heavy carry me in the tournament, we were out first. Admin duo, we were out first. Embarrassing. A little. Just a little. But there we getting 2 tridents and then going back to bed. That is so real, honestly. I spend far too much of my time building. And I mean, it is kind of my job. I do get paid for some things, but the majority of the things I do, I don't get paid. Common scares me. It scares me too, but yeah, here I am. Somehow I've made a brand out of myself for playing specifically on Common SMPs. Actually, genuinely don't think I've been on an SMP for a few years that hasn't been Cobblemon. And that needs to change, and it was. I got invited to a server that started yesterday, actually. But I have exams currently, and I looked at my availability, and I was like, I don't want to commit myself to something that I'm realistically not going to be able to put the most time in, because I don't think it's fair. But the server is called Eternals. It's based off Harmony Hollow. It's vampires themed. Which honestly, just seeing the words Harmony Hollow after so many years just like jump scared me, honestly. But I have exams, and then I have TwitchCon. Hell yeah. And then I am moving home. And then I'm getting top surgery. So for the next 2 months, I'm very much out of action. I'm literally getting top surgery 11 days after TwitchCon. Well, after I get home from TwitchCon. So life's busy, but it'll be a fun time. I've been told I'm not allowed to work at all, and not anything that uses mental energy. So I don't know if that counts as streaming. I feel like this does use mental energy and is quote unquote work. But I think I would genuinely just go insane. There's a point where I need to do something. Possibly not in the first 2 hours for now again. God, this thing is big. You know what? I'm gonna do a sneaky grab a couple blocks back. I think. Just some replacing. Speaking of being paid to do building, I meant to be doing paid work right now. I didn't realize that session was at 5. And I was like, oh, well, this server closes today, so there's not much I can do about the fact that I'm not available. Because I was meant to finish this on Thursday, but the server went down on the midstream for maintenance reasons. The server host closed it, so I didn't get to do much at all. But here we are. Can I like recover some of these blocks? I mean, I can also just go like empty Kaiko's chest, but for some reason I feel bad despite the fact that I know that I don't think Kaiko cares in the slightest. The top surgery is so bad, man, I can not climb for 6 weeks. That is fair. I used to climb a lot, and then I mean illness kind of it made it difficult, but I then started it up again, and when I started uni, and then I was too busy, and the climbing center is like an hour away from me, so it's not very convenient, but it is fun. I enjoy it. And I climb 6 times a week. It was too much climbing. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Far too warm in here. Why is it so warm recently? I mean, I'm not complaining actually. It's quite nice, but the fact that I could walk outside yesterday in just like a tank top. Hello, it's the UK. It's not meant to be this warm. Yeah, very fair. I love it. It's a great time. I need people to actually climb with. I don't really. I mean, the people I met in like my uni's climbing society were quite nice, but quite a lot of them are older than me, and I it's not that I didn't vibe with them. It's just I never really became friends with them. You know, everybody kind of has their own group, and with like top rope climbing, you have to have like a partner to belay you. So it was just annoying. I did go on the auto belays quite a lot. I ended up just like slinking off into an area of the gym and just like auto belaying for a good few hours one time. No, this is the last time I can use this playlist. I will be stealing all the music from it though, for other things, because it is beautiful. The same thing I climb with my dad, and then the group, they were all older than me, and just there. Yeah, I did like a training thing, which is really funny, because at school I was a like climbing instructor, for a little bit before I kind of just stopped. But I taught year sevens and eight, no, it was year eights, I think, how to climb under very little supervision from staff. There was staff there, but genuinely, their life was in my hands, and they were destined to kill themselves. It was. There was sometimes where I questioned my life decisions. They genuinely, like, yeah, please make sure you hold the rope, you know, because if your friend falls, they go splat. What does this kid do? Absolute jump scares when I like look down and they are just not holding the rope at all. Please, please. This is why we always had to be holding the rope. But like, we didn't have to be, but we most of the time we were, because we did not trust these year eights. They just start yapping to each other, and then all of a sudden their hands are not on the rope at all. Or like when they belay, quite a lot. What happens when young kids learn to climb is when they learn to belay, they do the whole thing, but when they're switching their hands back over, they let go of the rope, but then re-grab on, and then pull again. It's like hands down, hands down. Or they don't lock the thing when the climbers just like uh just there and not like climbing. And yeah, the amount of heart attacks I've been given. Whereas I was allowed to climb at school with like no third person to hold the rope because like me and my friend were trusted that we're not gonna be dumb and accidentally cause harm to each other, but also good enough climbers that we probably won't fall. we had like the same rules, like not the entire time I was climbing, because I also started climbing in year 8, but we got a new climbing rule, and then from there they never changed the routes at all. So it was just, it got a little boring by the end, but yeah. I had to belay people for a while, but I'm not cleared to lead belay. Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, I did lead climbing with the people at uni. Like, they were teaching me. Terrifying. Never doing it again, honestly. It's the reason I don't like bouldering. I think when there's, like, I love climbing when there's not actually like, a serious risk of harm. Like, when you're attached to a rope, you, like, you can't like, you can get injured, but not really in like a serious way if the person that's belaying you knows what you're doing. Like, I can trust the equipment, but I don't trust myself not to fuck up and fall. Like, I do not trust myself to be able to do that at all, especially with the fact that my body is very weak in general, and um like, I struggle a lot more. Like, I realized then that I can't really climb without the assistance of a rope because I just don't have the physical strength. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that I don't have any more tiles left. I'm just gonna use these. Well, yeah, there's so much. I mean, we did like full practice, and it wasn't too bad, but I could see how if you weren't prepared for it, you could, like, smack yourself off the wall or something like that. I think it was so much more terrifying having to like clip into things, and I felt like I didn't have the physical strength to reach the clips most of the time. I only ever got halfway up a wall because, like, the fatigue was too bad by the time I got to that point that I just had to stop. And obviously, I let the person who was like teaching me know that, like, yeah, my physical strength is awful. I also found these energy drinks through climbing, and they're very useful for day-to-day life. Um, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are. Hold up. What do I need? This maybe. Oh well, there's only 6 of them left anyway. That point's low. It all just needs to be above the grass line mostly, and then a little bits of spikes here and there. Let me actually get a like zoom out. There's a hole. That zoom out was useful. Oop. It's looking cool. Yes. So me too much work to get around to do climbing. See how when I climb 6 days a week. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm trying to like build my strength up a bit because my health's been doing so much better recently, and I also realized there was a bit after I booked TwitchCon tickets that I was like, this might end me. I have quite a lot planned for TwitchCon. I'm going to theme park with friends beforehand, like a couple of days before, and then on the like badge collection day, I have plans like with like creator meetups and stuff. So it's just there is a lot going on, and I'm quite active within most of it. So I'm gonna be sprinting back and forth between things at the actual con as well, because oh my god, the Minecraft schedule. Jesus Christ. They really went, it is just Minecon with Twitch branding this year. I've never been to TwitchCon before. This is my first year going. But I am going with Rafe and the Rafe Station group. So I'm helping out like Rafe with stuff or just hanging out with them quite a lot, like before and after the actual con days mostly. Um, my game is frozen, and so Rafe has a game like a Minecraft game, Gauntlet, on um main stage, which is crazy. I am so happy for her, and I am like a staff member for Rafe Station, so whilst I'm not doing anything on the day, to help with the event, or at least currently, I don't think I am. I have helped with some things of it. So I want to be there, obviously, to watch that and to support my people, because that's really important to me that I can be there to support. But the PAL Creations panel is literally ends the time that that starts, and they are opposite sides of the entire con. And obviously, I want to be there for the PAL stuff too, as a tester. Like, I want to support PAL. So I'm literally just gonna sprint across the entire con. I might have to leave the PAL panel like a couple um minutes early, just so I don't get absolutely caught up in everything, but I was like, for the love of God. And the dungeon delivery panels at the same time as the gauntlet. I'm gonna cry. The fact that I can't see, I just genuinely can't go see dungeon delivery live because I need to be there for the gauntlet. I need to support, like, my friends and things. That's like 10 times more important to me than seeing a D&D show live. But please, please. Twitch, why have you done this to me? I'm not gonna emotionally recover from the amount of things that TwitchCon is just completely overlapped in the schedule. It's so I'm also planning advertisements for around TwitchCon for MC and stuff. I'm bringing stickers, cards, thank you cards for players, which I'm really hoping the players who have been part of MC events remember the fact that they have taken part in stuff. That is like my fear. I probably won't like go up and talk to anybody unless I know that they'll very much recognize who I am. But I want to give thank you cards, right? But some of these events, we do like a one event a year, and some of these events were a long time ago, and I would not blame people for just fully forgetting they existed. I mean, I have a poster on my wall of one of them with a lot of people's names, so I easily remember who is part of things. But I wouldn't blame people for not remembering. Yeah, Space Race was quite something. That was genuinely the most insane thing I've ever done in my life. I will. It's a fever dream. The fact that that happened, and I think most people remember Space Race as being a thing. So I think I can get over that. The event that happened before that, I'm not gonna. I would not expect any creators to remember. But yeah, I'm hoping I can go talk to some of those people. I have plans which include some of those people, so I will definitely talk to some of them. We are also maybe this is not 100% confirmed, but we may be releasing something just before TwitchCon, so I'm also bringing little cards that advertise for that, and it is a very fun project. So I'm hoping people will be excited about that and will be willing to take a card off me that talks about it. But rah, I can't wait. It's like the most secretive I've ever had to be over one of my projects, because genuinely just saying anything about it gives away so much, because it's so different to anything I've done before with MCU, because yeah, it's a very different type of thing. Oh, did I not get... Oh wait, no, I don't need Call of Duty. I need regular Deep State. They're both kind of the same. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait. I need to make sure I make time to actually like talk to people in the communities that I'm in as well. I'm very much kind of fully booked on the like little creator things, but honestly, there's gonna be so many panels and stuff that I don't know how much time I'm gonna get just around the con. So we'll see. I'm so excited though. I'm so glad I can finally go. It's been so many years. Is it the last year TwitchCon is going to be in Rotterdam as well? I heard something about the fact that they're moving it next year. So I'm very glad I could make it to a Rotterdam one, because it seems like a really nice place. Somehow own a laminator, and the plan was for me to print out the schedule laminator. Ah, fun. What do they do in Paris? Ooh, Paris could be fun. Also, sounds hella expensive. Not that Rotterdam was cheap, to be fair. London, surely no. I think I probably, like, I want to travel. I mean, London would be hella convenient. But actually, I take it back. London would be fun. You could literally go to con from home. You come from Brighton. Is there like massive event spaces? And to be fair, I don't even... Is the XL even big enough for TwitchCon? I feel like TwitchCon's such a big event. Maybe it is, to be fair. Like, I think MegaCon was at like a very specific section of the XL. Me and running out of blocks constantly. Okay, I imagine you get more, because this area already is less textured. Place is a maze. Yes, it for sure is. I have exams there as well. It's kind of insane. I had exams at the XL literally like the week before MegaCon. And the part MegaCon used was the same halls as my exams, so it felt really odd coming back like a week later and it just being completely different, from like hundreds of tables to like a busy convention. Yes, yes. I think you told me that actually. In person. I remember that fact. I think one thing that's gonna be really like strange about TwitchCon is being in a place where like I am a creator and people recognize me as such. Like it's not something I've ever really experienced. Like OmegaCon was more just haha silly, hang out with friends, see some Minecraft creators, things like that. But TwitchCon, like in a way, like it kind of terrifies me. It's 20 people that day, clearing back. Nice. I still can't get over my conversation with Beck. It was so silly. We were just freaking out over Navi. Dinosaurs, yeah, fair. Yeah, no, I did the whole Pokemon card thing I had planned, and then I was like, yeah, I'm a PAL tester. I was one of the Narpies, and and me and Beck were just talking about when Beck ran over one of the Narpies with with the horse and cart. We were just talking about that moment and just freaking out. But the cogs turning when I said that, like I looked at Scott and he was like, wait, one of the Narfies. And I was like, yes, yes. But they were really sweet and very kind, and told me to pass on a very nice message to the rest of the testers. I might have brought this too high, but it's fine. I'm getting dirt. We're filling this in so that I can see. Moving all the power pins. Yeah, I overheard that bit, I think. Oh my. Oh, they just cut off. Wait, hold up. They were in the back there. This wall is just like all the things I'm obsessed with in one place. No way. I need to get an MCE pin that's more custom made for me because I've realized I cannot physically wear. Wait, let me grab the pins that we sold. For some reason, were massive. I just don't. I can put it on a bag, but like I wanna represent. And I'm gonna be bringing my race station pin, which is a really nice size to go like on the straps of a lanyard. But in comparison, they need to be smaller. They very much need to be smaller. And I also have learned that 4-4 is probably not the best. Whoa, that's a Luna to be making merch and stuff with it. It was not the best decision. But the fact that I got to do it in the first place is what matters. And it's still kind of insane. Wait, speaking of bowler bid for general living, hell yeah. That shit is cool. Yeah. No. That was like a goal for the charity. If we raised like £1,000, we were gonna release merch. And we did, and then half the profits of that merch went back into charity. Which, to be fair, with Fourth War, profits is basically non-existent. I paid more in buying my own merch than I received in profits, but I still, obviously, put that money towards the charity instead. But and this is so expensive. They're unbelievably expensive. This is what happens when you cannot go through the things where you need to like bulk pre-order. There was absolutely no way we were doing that. The merch was more for like the staff's entertainment. If they wanted to have merch, then we didn't think anybody would really actually buy it. But it was fun to be able to make. There was a couple people, to be fair. Like the ability to have a poster on my wall with like my name on it. And to be fair, that's what most people like. Most of the purchases were because of the poster that had everybody's name on it. Like, I can't zoom this in, but does that work? I mean, you can see my name, but it has everybody who played in the like main event. Good camera angle that. Ceiling cam. But it was like a last second idea of mine. I was like, what if I made this like a tour poster, but I put everybody, like the teams with everybody's names on it? I was like, yeah, why not? That sounds fun. Not really thinking too much about it. And then I was like, oh, wait, actually, this is a really good idea because people may actually want that. I still can't believe how small our staff team was. We're struggling to make things now with like 20 people working on stuff. Not 20, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but we've had many different people like in and out. When there was 7 of us, 1 dev and the rest builders working on Space Race, and it was crazy. I genuinely don't know how we pulled that off. With the power of Bumpy Jake, honestly. I'm learning development because of the fact that we don't have a developer currently in the studio, and so there's like a few of us learning to develop, and I think you'll appreciate the notebook that I'm learning in. All of these stickers are from American. A fake Nazi sticker. Not the official one. I couldn't possibly. Oh, my camera's tracking me. I couldn't possibly take the Nazi stickers off of the sticker sheet. But yeah. And this is like kind of what the stickers will look like for TwitchCon. Maybe. I don't know. We're not doing them for 4-4, so they will be different, but getting there. We're so close with this, and then it's just little detailing, and little detailing is much better than building an entire landscape. You having a dance party? Yeah, 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 yeah. Aww, he's so cute. I can't. Try getting on these stickers. Yeah, that's fair. Sincere nails. They are Youngblood themed. Hey, let me switch screens. I went to a Youngblood show last night, so they are based around the Idols album with an exclamation mark for. Hence the energy drink. I got home at a reasonable time, but I could not fall asleep, so I ended up falling asleep around 4 a.m. and not good. I genuinely don't know why. It's not like I was even up on my phone, like watching it. I mean, I was for a bit, but not till 4 a.m. Like, I just did not fall asleep. The adrenaline of Colossus does that too. It was at the O2 as well. But the album is my favorite CD ever. Hell yeah. Yeah, the new album is so good, and he's grown so much in popularity since it came out. I listened to him a little bit beforehand, but that album definitely made me fall in love with like these things. I went to 2 shows on this tour, Liverpool and London, and I got tickets to what's it called, Soundcheck in Liverpool, because I had a ticket for an intimate show last July, and the show ended up getting cancelled. He was ill, or rescheduled, and it never got actually rescheduled. And then eventually we got an email saying that we can go to Soundcheck. It was 20 minutes, not worth it if you didn't have tickets to the main show. Luckily, my dad bought me tickets to the main show 2 days before the actual show happened, and it was very nice. To see him like up. Like I was at Barrier for that. I get seats for arena shows because I cannot cope with the craziness of pits. But for the Soundcheck, I was standing, and it was very nice. It was very fun. I understand why people are complaining though. 20 minutes is not really a fair replacement for like an hour, like an hour and a half intimate show. Like, it's not quite what we were promised, but it was very fun. There was a little Q&A. Yeah, the show last night was great as well. I've never been to the O2. Crazy venue. Great time. Great to hang out with Jay for a bit. Is he Good Kid in September? Ooh. Hell yeah, I love Good Kid. I'm seeing Good Kid in September in London. My VIP, going with some friends. It'll be a great time. Literally, I think I moved back to London like around the day of the show. So it's gonna be a close call, that's for sure, but they were relatively expensive tickets, so hopefully I can make it. Hell yeah. If you do make it, come say hi. But if you get access, you'll be actually I can help you out if you do end up going to that show. The thing with Good Kid shows is because they have VIP, the VIP get barrier and then they let the access people in afterwards. It is really unfair. It is really unfair. But I have both access and VIP, So if you need barrier to be able to have a better time, I can save you as well. I don't think anybody will be mad at me for that. I'll just ask my friend to stand at barrier, then move behind us. So if you want that, I can help. If it will make your time more enjoyable. It's the one little grope I have with Good Kid shows. It's because it's VIP. The access don't actually get to be at the front, and it can be slightly dangerous doing it like that. Because, you know, the entire point of access, you're like, one barrier is helpful for quite a lot of people. Obviously with accessibility it shows you should never expect to get barrier, but if it means people have a better time, then I don't see the issue with saying that people with accessibility should have that, because everybody should have equal opportunity to be able to experience these things. And yeah, for some reason, well, for the reason of VIP, I guess that's never the case at Good Kid shows. But if you want, I can very much probably give you the opportunity. I'm going with my friend and his brother, but I know lots of his friends will also be there, and they're all very nice people. I'm sure they will be willing to, one of them at least will be willing to sacrifice a spot or barrier. I personally find it very useful to be able to lean on a barrier for a show. In fact, like the closest I've ever got to passing out at a gig was a Good Kid show, and I literally tapped. I was second row behind some VIPs, and I tapped somebody on the shoulder, and I was like, "Hey, my heart rate is like real high. Can I lean on the barrier for a song?" And I'll swap back immediately, and they were very sweet and let me, but that was slightly scary. In fact, I didn't actually say any of that. I showed them my watch with the heart rate at like 160, and they immediately stepped to the side. But another reason why being at the front for people with accessibility needs is really important is because security can see you really easily. So if anything does happen, you have that like access to help really easily. Yeah, it was very nice of them. I'm very glad that I have had some real odd experiences at gigs. Namely a James Marriott show where they had access queues, but they said, "Oh, these like super fans have been queuing since 7 a.m., so we're gonna let some people in before you." Let 200 people in front of the access thing, which is so stupid because there was a lot of people in access things where if they had the ability to queue at 7 a.m., they would. But I sure don't. So then we kind of weaved our way through the crowd explaining what had happened to see how close we could get. And most people were completely fine. And then somebody, like their friend kind of turns to them and talks to them, and they just go, "Fuck them and their disability." And I was literally standing right there, like I heard it. The friend just kind of laughed, and I just kind of stood there like, "What?" And then I had to stand like behind them the entire show, and I was like, "This is crazy." The glare that they were giving me on occasion, it was Jesus Christ. Chance Marriott fans can be quite something, I'm not gonna lie. I've noted it's like specifically at James Marriott gigs, I have more of an issue with just people being weirdos. I actually got recognized at the same gig. That was crazy. That was an experience for sure. They were a friend of the friend that I went to the show with. And they were like, wait, I played in a community version of one of your events. And I was like, what? What? Hello? A James Marriott show of all play, I guess, yeah. This community, it's like Minecraft community, but still. It's like, hello. You just walk up to me like to the side. It's like this may sound crazy, and then he said it, and I was like, that does sound crazy, actually. Insane experience. I think that was like the last thing I was expecting in that moment. Being recognized by people is terrifying to me. Yeah. Yeah, it is a really odd one. I never I never would expect it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even like expect it at TwitchCon, like apart from people I genuinely met before, or well, not necessarily met before, but spoken to online. Like recognizing a username is less weird to me than somebody walking up to me and being like, "Hey," um, but to be fair, he recognized me because of my username, because of the fact that he was friends with the friend that I was with, and he reposted one of my stories onto his story, which then meant that his friends saw it and then he was like, oh, I know that person. So it wasn't like a full like I recognize you just from seeing you type thing. But yeah, he's so incredibly recognized for the trait of mine. Yeah, that's fair. It was crazy to me that you recognized my username actually at MegaCon. That caught me off guard. I know I was actually standing in like a crowd of like very specific people in the very specific community that I was in, but I was still like, wait, huh? I forget that people know me sometimes. I forget that I'm just around. The first time I started being more active in Owen's chat, I said hello and everybody said hello to me. And I was like, wait, do these people know why is everybody saying this only happens in Iris's chat? Like, I was just like, why? Hello. Like, everybody's just very, very friendly here, where people actually know who I am. Which I think is a mix of both. I tell people from chat yeah. No. It is a crazy thing. So just being around places. Sometimes I forget that I do exist in other people's minds. There's the occasional time I've been playing an event as well, and somebody's come up to me and it's just like, "Yo, I love your events." Like the events where people have voice chat on. I've had that a couple of times, and I'm like, "Hello, wow." I'm so excited to actually get to run an event or something soon. Well, it won't be that soon. Don't get your hopes up. I want to do more things. I miss it. I've used every tool but the right tool there. Um, I miss it. I wish I had the capacities to make things in a higher quantity. but I really don't. Actually, the event I built for, where I'm actually like paid to build, they have an event tonight, the first one in a while, and I did a little bit of work on that. So if I'm still alive by the time that starts at 8, I will raid into them because they're very cool. Hello, Slowpoke. Okay. This is looking solid. I might just go around with some of these, honestly. I would think that this is actually pretty well built up. I don't think it needs much. After Catchem is done, so after today, I think I'm gonna head back to hardcore, which is something I've not done in a very long time, but because I've had to turn down things because of exams and stuff, I genuinely don't have anything else going on currently. So, the modded hardcore world maybe making a return. I mean, it didn't last very long the first time. We'll see if it, like, if I actually end up continuing it to any extent. But I think it sounds fun, and I want to build more. And I have a build that I made for that specific thing, that project. I made a build for it. And on creative, and then I never got to implement that build because Catchem started, and I became so obsessed with this server that I never touched hardcore ever again. I also, yeah, I don't think I've ever got like stayed on a hardcore world long enough to die on it. I'm going to the wrong place. This was a very long time ago. Only SMP I've ever made. I was 14. It was a server called Rainbow Life. Basically life series inspired, but it was like every color, like every life was a color of the rainbow, and had like traits related to it. I was so good at staying alive that they had to forcefully kill me. Oh, I mean, I had to forcefully tell somebody to kill me because it was unfair. Multiple times. I think they killed me 3 times in one episode just by like silly things like drowning because everybody else was dying and I wasn't. I was also the owner of the service, so I didn't want it to look like I was cheating. I was a little too good at the game. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna play hardcore like tomorrow or something. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be live tomorrow because I streamed a lot this week. And then I'm gonna die first stream back. It's gonna happen. Now that I no, I don't want to put that energy into the universe, but yeah, no, that was kind of funny. The fact that that series still exists on my YouTube channel is kind of crazy to me. I was so young. It was pretty pre-transition. But then people I did it with are like so in love with that server that if I take those videos down, I will get so many complaints. I need saplings. Right, that's a singular sapling. Useful. Um. Oh, there we go. That's like a star. That would do. But yeah, I'm excited for hardcore. I also want to play other games. We're playing Garvey there yet with the gang that I started that with. Next Thursday. We've currently got that planned in for. So that will be fun. And I'm not sure about any other games. Pokemon, I guess. We haven't done Pokemon stuff in a very long time. Legends ZA. I meant to be a variety streamer. Key focus on the meant to be. I once was. There's already a tree planted here, it just clearly hasn't had space to grow. Actually, that's gonna block the view. There is definitely a shiny around here. I think this bit is fine. Little, well, big tree up there. Maybe some smaller ones around here. I don't want to block it too much, but I want it, like, this needs to be, like, within a forest. Kind of surrounded. No, Minecraft modded and vanilla are two separate games. Fair. Fair. I love modded Minecraft. Mainly because I get bored of the block palettes of regular vanilla Minecraft, and then I get access to mods, and I do this, where every block I use pretty much is modded. Although I use texture packs a lot so that I can have custom things that don't that are vanilla but aren't necessarily the same colors as vanilla. And people don't really notice it very much. But I remember for Ebonhelm in the last event, I retextured the reinforced deep slate to be red instead of green. Like the accents. It's just something that nobody would notice, but it made so much of a difference to the build. I can put big trees back here. I don't know, actually. I don't want to block it too much. I'm scared that the amount of trees I've done here is gonna completely block the entire thing. Go small ones there. Eggman has just stolen my pasta. Huh? Eggman from Sonic? Eggman is my cat. Oh! That's a beautiful name for a cat. Especially called Shelly. Aww. Wait, that's a cute name. I've run out of saplings. Don't know how this happened. I had a stack of saplings. Hickman Jenkins. That is beautiful. I got my cat when I was 3 years old, and I really wanted to name him Dude. I, like, tried to petition for my parents to call the cat Dude. His name's Barney. He's very much not called Dude. Imagine. I call him Barnaby quite often, or Barnsey. Barnsey is the common nickname. I think that's just because that's what I called him when I was little. I have no idea where it came from. There's not going to be saplings in. Oh, another 13. This shows how many of these trees I've cut down. The organization. Wonderful. Oh my god, okay. Well. I think my parents should have just, like, called him Dude, honestly. It would have been funny. It would have been funny to explain to people, like, why is your cat called Dude? Very persistent 3-year-old. Oh, I forgot about the little pond. Or waterfall, and the like. I want to put shaders on to get photos of this, but I know the water becomes normal blue if I do that, and it's not as fun. But I will definitely grab a couple. Dribbles on my four who were called Cheese, Salami, on Pickles and Ludwig. Aww. That's cute. I love silly pet names. You know, there's like short videos that are like the best names of cats at the vet. It's just like the most insane things ever. I love those. I think if I put these trees here, it will kind of cover the fact that the biome changes a little. I mean, we won't have the beautiful purple grass, but it's putting solo ones, I think. Okay, that should be good. This specific tree has decided to grow. Oh, that's a nice one. I would usually build custom trees, but not on a survival. So the insanity of me building a creative should not ever translate to what I do in survival. Mainly because the building techniques I use in creative aren't physically possible in survival. Fuck off. I'm just shouting, like, Farkle through the house. No, that's beautiful, actually. I love that. It's such a silly word. Oh, I need to bring dice to TwitchCon. I need to buy dice first and then bring dice to TwitchCon so I can play Farco with the testers. In person. What was I looking for? Bone meal. That's what I was looking for. The test, am I kidding? Should I really want to kill a grumpy? Oh, I miss Grumpy. I feel like I never really got into Pirates to the same extent if I've got into most other servers. Like I did, but I watched it from Iris's POV. And I feel like Iris's POV didn't follow the main storyline very much. It was a very fun storyline, don't get me wrong. But the server ended and I feel like I had no idea what happened. And then I think I watched like Owen's videos for a little bit, but then kind of I don't think I ever got to the end of them. In fact, I think the only one I didn't watch was the finale, which is kind of crazy of me actually. I will admit the fact that that is slightly. I think I did the same with Outsiders as well. I get busy and then I just completely like I don't know. I just forget about things real easy. I also my memory's shit, so I will forget the details of things so easily. People will be like, "Oh, you're a tester. Surely you know absolutely everything about every server that you've ever helped with." I could probably not tell you the main plot lines. I'm gonna be so real. Couldn't tell you what happened on Bannerfall. I mean, I probably could to a certain extent, but I don't have the like specific details retention part of memory. I just have a general overview, which is why I can read the same books and stuff over and over. Like I love the Hunger Games. The amount of times I've watched those films, it's a bit insane. And every time I just remember it slightly more detail. Never enough. But yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do when I get thought surgery. I'm just gonna go on a. Call that a tree? The hell is that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a bit of a OSMP marathon. I'm literally not allowed to do anything else. Yeah, no, I learned things for. I have an exam on Wednesday. I learned things for an exam. Forget it immediately afterwards, which is really not a good thing to do at university. But I'm getting a little mad now. Okay, so get rid of the leaves, I think. Just place it like a little to this side. Come on! Now that's a tree. Why does it still look weird? And it's just, I think it's just the leaves that them indicate. Okay, that is also a normal size tree. Oh, that's tall for a single one. Bringing them down the cliff later. Hell yeah. Pretty nice. I don't want to cover too much of the build, but I also want it to be in a forest. Double-edged sword. Oh my god, that reminds me. Last night, I was... Right. No, what the... There's two of them. That is 4 blocks of wood. Who decided that that's okay for a generated tree? Why? What is this? Oh my god, I'm genuinely like crying of laughter, Jesus Christ. Why is it got, it's just got the 2 blocks of leaves? And then like nothing, what? I mean, this one might actually be worse. Yes. Tree. It's like when you give someone a really bad haircut. Like... Right, we're trying this again. Genuinely crying of laughter. Oh my god. I feel like I need to keep them though. Like, they're kind of iconic. Let's see. Can we get a taller tree? This is why I build custom trees. Okay. Nice. God, myself. That's crazy. That is crazy. Right. Now what? I mean, it's a bit more of a tree, but like, what's happened to the leaves? Nah, that one's just ugly. I'm trying to get to, like, just move somewhere else. That one is just really blocking that window. Oh, I've been squashed. Sure, that's a tree. Oh my god, no, there's a flower. That does not match my evil vibes. The only flowers allowed here are wither roses. Quite literally, they grow here. To be fair, I do actually want this to be bone meal, so it's fine. Oh, there's some of it here. When I first found this biome, there was wither roses everywhere, and me and everybody else just kept getting like with it repetitively because we just stepped down a block onto a wither rose. Okay, I mean, you know what? I'll leave that one. Big tree. Big tree. Let's bring this down like onto here. What? Why is I understand like drooping blocks on trees, but not when the rest of the tree looks like that. How have I run out of bone meal? That might be a bit of an inconvenient placing, actually. Oh, it's just like directly in front of the window. There we go. If I move it over, I actually want one of the short ones here. That one's also molding. Okay, I think that's fine. It didn't sound a little bit. I could maybe possibly get another little one. Okay, I could not get one at all. I'll let that just grow. Then, now, what I'm gonna do is, actually, I do need more bone meal, because one, there's a tree there, and two, I need, I need to bone meal the ground. Somebody must have a skeleton farm on this server. This song is vaguely creepy. He just threw a knife in my chest. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. But everything else has trees by windows as a plot point. Need to build a house from a massive tree that could be climbed into an. Ah, wait, that is cute. Yes, it does look so much better with the trees because this was just like flat land. It looks so much more natural. Hello. What's the torch? Sick, okay. Let's... Ow. You know what, I'm leaving them. It's last day. Who cares if I get... Ow. I'm meant to be immune to poison! This is what happens when you create lore in a server where there is no lore and you cannot tell people to just make things happen for you. I can't really just tell somebody to code me to be immune to poison. I guess this is Wither. Same difference. Ow. 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 Yeah, my cloak is all the Pokemon around here are gonna be dead. My cloak is technically dyed with what's it called? Just poison mixed with like ink. If I go into the dark, hold up. I glow. I'm so happy. It glows just a little bit. Just a little. But yeah, technically if you touch me you get poisoned, but there is also no lore on this server. Do with the information what you will. For somebody who's a little obsessed with Minecraft lore, the fact that I have actually like I've not never been on a lore server, but I've never been on a lore server that's lasted more than like 2 weeks to a month before just dying completely. And that is my goal for 2026 is to do lore. Because I write so much for like characters for SMPs where I can't actually play the character, but I can kind of incorporate things into a build. But it would be nice to actually be able to both make the build and actually play a character. I have no idea how good I'd be at it, but you only know those things, so you only get better at things from actually doing shit. The fact that I'm breaking every single flower. But it's awesome. It for real is. My main lore experience has generally just been vampires testing. Just fucking around with the testers. I actually recorded that for the purpose of like watching back to see if I was any good at it. And then I got terrified because having like footage that I'm not allowed to share at all anywhere on my computer scared me. Because I do like send lots of things to people or screen share like going through footage for things occasionally. So it's like this cannot be sitting on my PC, so I just deleted it all. Which is kind of sad. But it is what it is. Nice. Yeah, I think the longest like lore-based server that I took part in, like I can't remember what the name of the server was, but the entire like point of it was that like the sun had disappeared, and I played a scientist on that server, and I remember quite a lot of it just being, oh my god, why is the sun disappearing? It was bad. There's like a intro cinematic video. So I don't know if it's still out on my channel. I probably deleted it, but or privated it. But it made me cringe so hard. Also, the fact that my Outsiders application video from when I was 14 is like my most viewed video is very much pirated now. Because that was very much pre-transition and it like genuinely made me want to cry when I watched that. But yeah, no, that was so bad. Convince someone to make an SMP with the disease mod, please, because that's my dream. I forgot that I have the word dream highlighted in Chatterino. There's a reason for it. Your message just showed up bright green. I need to turn that off. Basically, with modding for Iris, if anybody bought up like Dream SMP, they got banned. So I had to like flag the word Dream so it was easy to see. And like all the other creators involved in that. But I never turned it off, and I probably should. I find it so funny that the 1 year I can get TwitchCon is like the first year in like ages. Iris isn't going. I was joking in the mod chat, like, what if we did like a staff meetup? And Naruto is like, without me, it's crazy. I actually have a clip which is so sweet. Like genuinely, this clip like means a lot to me. It was last year, a little bit before TwitchCon. I was asking who like in chat was going to TwitchCon, and then was like, "Surely you'll be there, Panda." I'm like, "No, I have A levels, I can't. Unfortunately, exams are evil." And then she was like, yeah, but you're gonna be there next year, and you're gonna be a Twitch partner, so you're gonna have a great time. Not happened. Was probably never gonna happen. But that genuinely just the faith. Like that was such a sweet, sweet, sweet thing to say. Whoa, tree. Is this a little bit intense? No, it's perfect. Yeah, that clip sits in like my special moments thing in like a personal Discord server I have. Oops. Um, it's like a reminder of why I do what I do. It's because I've ever had was from Iris Sabaton. Iris is great. I'm sad that she doesn't stream anymore. Or when she does, I can never make it. Like, genuinely, it's like a curse. I'm never available. Okay. This is sick. I need to clean up these things. Genuinely, I don't know why I'm cursed with being in communities where the streamer stops streaming. This is not the first time that has happened to me. It's so sad. It was in, you probably know the content creator, the Orion Sound, but one of his friends streamed like Nintendo stuff all the time. And there was like 20 of us, a small group from Ollie's community, who uh were like active over there. And we always like they like Mario Kart tournaments and stuff. It was a really, really, really small community. There was like 20 of us. But it was a really sweet and loving and genuinely everything I ever needed in 2020 community. And some of those like, well, one of those people like still like a close friend. And everybody else there is really nice, and still I still talk to some of them. The ones who have stayed around the content space. But why should I go inside? That's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna take out the torches, which may seem stupid, but I'm gonna put lighting in. I mean, I'm probably not going to put enough lighting in to substitute for the torches, but I'm going to try to use lanterns in trees as a lighting source, because I hate the look of torches on the ground. Like, I cannot stand it. Unfortunately, you can't hang chains from leaves. At least I don't think you can. Since when was that a thing? I could have sworn that wasn't. Is it because it's not a vanilla block? Is that always a thing? All my friends Nintendo friends of life in 2020. It was playing though it actually yeah, I have friends with the show, his name is Will. Um on Nintendo, and I always get notifications when I'm playing that he's online. I don't think I'm Nintendo friends with Ollie. He occasionally joined the Mario Kart games, but I don't think I ever sent a friend request. But yeah, occasionally it's nice to see him. See that he's still alive. I forgot about, the ground. This is gonna be very dark, isn't it? It's gonna be very dark when it turns night, especially around this path area. I might need to make, like, some lanterns of some kind, like some street lights, I mean. Mm. Let's see. My friend's favorite on Spotify. That's quite funny. I forget that I'm Discord friends with quite a lot of people from, like, event stuff, and occasionally I just get jump scared by, like, activity things. I'm like, wait, I know that person? I was like, oh, yeah, no, I've done events and stuff. This could probably do it on, like, around here as well. There's nothing more anxiety-inducing for me than sending messages to people about events. Because quite a lot of the things I've done, I've just done, like, reply, like, send a comment on Twitter type thing. So, like, say that you're interested. So then it's fine. Like, if they've registered interest, it's fine. It's when I'm trying to get in contact with people who have not seen it in the first place. I'm like, oh, don't kill me for advertising, please. Just hello, I just wanna say hi. Do you wanna play? Especially as people, like, reaching out to people who've played in previous events, especially some of the, like, larger creators that played in Space Race. I'm like, hi, I'm not being parasocial. You played in something previously. Hopefully you remember who I am. I don't know why, it just terrifies me. I genuinely just need to get over it at some point. Here we go. It's night time. I can get rid of the torches and see where I actually need to put things now. Yeah, I outside it on Discord, and I hate to think you know about my Discord status being what man doing it, you know. Yeah. My old school friends I never really talked to many people on Discord. There's a couple people, but they were, like, closer friends. Now I don't really have a difference between, like, IRL friends and online friends, to be honest. Like, obviously I do, but I don't have that many IRL friends, and people who I would count as quote-unquote IRL friends are people I met online. like who I see more often than most of my like well, I guess just I see in person. But with university, I think I've lost like the couple of IRL friends I had became people I only talk to online, and I moved closer to lots of my close friends who live in the south. So I talk to them a little bit more. Stop with the Costa. I actually just needed one piece to fill in that hole. If I can remember where it was. Um, I'm low-key awful at making friends. I'm just not good at it. Not within my strong suits. I'm too much of a lone wolf for my own good, I think. I can very happily exist on my own, but sometimes I'm reminded of the fact that I do probably actually need to make an effort. Where is... Oh, it's literally right there. Oh. If you want season first aid, hell yeah. Hey, I study biomedical engineering. I love anything about like medical stuffs. But I love the medical stuffs more than I love the engineering stuff. Anatomy and physiology was my favorite module this year. It's very fun. I got to go into like dissection lab a couple of times. I didn't get to dissect anything, but I got to look at like dissected bodies, and that was sick. Crazy experience, honestly. But not being a medical student as well. I mean, I'm not a medical student, but I study mostly in a medical school. Well, the medical school part of my university. But yeah, not many people can say that they've held a real human heart in their hand. I forget that I have the lantern on my belt. Does that actually create light? Where is that? I don't think it does. Um, I don't want things to spawn, but I also want to take these out like first, so I know where I need to put things. Why have I dissected a sheep heart on my own kitchen table? That is crazy. But I love that. Honestly, the heart is such a cool organ. Like, I mean, it literally keeps you alive for one, but the way it's like engineered, engineered quote unquote, pretty sick. So apart from when you have to start doing the maths, modeling blood flow and stuff, that's okay. It's one of those. Get out of here. Where the entire body keeps balance also, yes. It's like, yeah. Biology of living things. So cool. I didn't actually study biology. Well, I did until GCSE, but I didn't do A levels because for my degree, you only really need to know about human biology, so it just wasn't worth it. But I do love biology. I actually have a book you cannot see it. It's literally just off camera. That my mum bought me for Christmas, I think it was. That's like a little bit more detailed about anatomy because I don't have any other required medical modules rather than just the first year introduction to anatomy and physiology that I've had. So I don't get to really learn any more about specific unless it's like a specific thing I need for a project, which is kind of sad, honestly. Um, so I will definitely be spending time over summer just learning things for the sake of learning it. Yeah. We're doing a kind of medical adjacent degree. It's really interesting the fact that I don't actually. Everything we do, like I learn coding, I learn like maths and stuff. All the questions, like usually they add quite a lot that are to do with the medical stuff that we will face, you know, when we go into profession. But we don't actually learn too much about the specifics because you kind of you just go in, you learn it when you go into the positions. Ooh, what is that done? Where did that chain go? I have no idea actually. I can get inside the string, that's fine. I'm going to paramedicing. That's sick. Yeah, I've considered going into medicine a few times, but I just don't think I like physically could withstand the amount of years it takes. Like I can go from my degree, I can go into medicine like a shortened medical course because I'm in the medical field. But I don't know if I'd actually enjoy it. I definitely wouldn't be doing the stuff I do online along with medicine because it'd just be a lot. Like I probably shouldn't be doing it with what I do currently. But here we are. But I could, I guess. I have to decide next year if I want to go into medicine, but I don't think I'll end up doing it. Oop. So many free online courses. Hell yeah. Is it a flower on that tree? No, it's a Pokemon. Of course it is. That's how I keep equipping the lanterns. They just equip. That's interesting. How long have we been going for? 2 hours? Jeez, that went fast. Yeah, I'll keep going for another hour. Well, to be fair, this is the last stream on the server, so I'm gonna keep going until I'm done. I'm patching doing first aid and working events. Yeah, very fair. I did, like a summer course 1 year in biomedical engineering at a uni, and they did some first aid training with us, and I did really well on it, actually. Any Reese's Pieces of the clock. Damn. That's nice. I don't think I've had a Reese's anything, honestly. I don't like peanut butter, to be fair. Ow. Oh, wait, I should get rid of whatever this mess is. They're awesome. I can imagine, oh my god, the amount of flowers I have in my inventory. My inventory just really said whimsy. I have been enjoying. I've got like spicy coated peanuts recently. I love them. Do I have a hoe anywhere? Does a hoe get rid of lace lasso? It does, doesn't it? I need to like sort this out, but I need to like empty my inventory and stuff. Join Whimsy, no. I've gone around like the long way, haven't I? Yeah, I need to go the other way. Evil scientist sees Joy and Whimsy, dies these instantly. I was watching Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes with my parents when I went to theirs the other week, and I keep forgetting her name. For some reason, her name just doesn't stay in my mind. But the kind of evil scientist who makes the mutts for the Hunger Games is the inspiration for this character, and I will probably use this elsewhere. I'm hoping to use this elsewhere because it's a really fun thing, really fun concept. But yeah, no, that is my entire inspiration for this. What? It's such a good film. It's such a good book as well. I love like dystopian stories. The fact you cannot see it, but if I just boop my camera over that way, there's the entire Maze Runner collection. Oh, you cannot see that, it's too dark. There's Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't have the rest of my Hunger Games books here, but I bought the entire Maze Runner series for Christmas. They're just on my shelf. I read most of them like once ages ago. But I didn't. It was like through school. And I didn't finish it before this summer when I was reading it. I love Maze Runner so much, genuinely, and I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for Outsiders. Really funny story. I applied for Outsiders, and then I was like, oh, I'll watch the series, right? I'll watch it, but I'm gonna read Maze Runner first because I thought for some reason that it would be similar. So then I didn't watch Outsiders live, and like a year later, not a year later actually, a few months later, I realized Maze Runner's in the school library and I read it. Then I get reminded that Outsiders was a thing I was gonna watch. So I could have been in this community so much earlier. But I just didn't. I just straight up didn't. I do not watch it. So I applied, you know, when it was first made, because they did the applications at the start of the thing. It was just like, we've got this cool concept, and you have to make a video application. So I applied before it started, basically. But I just find it so funny how I could have found the community that I am in currently, like a year, was it a year before Rats? And like a year earlier. And like my follow agent, actually, maybe not on Twitch, but like Twitter and stuff. Like, I followed all the creators. It's not like I didn't, like, even like try to keep up with it. I just never actually watched it because like it started and I was like, oh, I wanted to watch like wanted to like read Maze Runner first. Silly me. I need to turn night again so I can see what's actually lit up and what's not. Just taking the damage at this point. Boop. Oh yeah, wait, no, the entire point of me going back there was to get a hoe. And after watching outside, so much of the story changed when I thought about it. Fair. They're not very similar stories, I don't think. Like the actual Maze Runner story is very different. It should be in this. Oh, I thought I already had one, but honestly, I'm not gonna be able to find it if I did. The amount of diamonds I have. So rich and for what? My perception of how the map is laid out. There. Yeah, my brain does not function in those kinds of things. I can't remember how the Outsiders map was laid out. I don't think I got watched the end of it either, so sometimes things are said and I'm like, what? The Maze Runner Maze is big in Minecraft. There's been so many, like, Maze Runner, well, the first book, related Minecraft SMPs. Like, some of my close friends are in one now called Mazed and Confused. I actually don't know if that is Maze Runner based, but the maze looks similar, so I'm assuming it probably is. And yeah, every time I see one, I'm like, it's a really fun concept and it works really well for a Minecraft SMP, but I feel like it has been ever so slightly overdone, because I think I've seen one every single year. Like, they are everywhere. But people, they are doing them differently, so they're having fun with it, they're having fun with it. That reminds me of something, wait. So when I did my Outsiders application, I think the map was, like, public. But I didn't know where to find it. Because everybody else's applications were on this, like, the actual Outsiders, like, clearing map. Or just the same map, whatever they used, right? They were all in the same thing. However, I hand-built a maze from scratch. Because I didn't know how to. It was nowhere near as big, but I hand built and tried to like replicate it as much as possible, while still making it unique. But I just remembered the fact that I did that, and then everybody else's applications were coming in, and I was like, wait, where did people get this like map from? Where was this? I remember sending, because that video is just private, well, unlisted on my thing, and I sent it to one of the other Iris mods who we were like sharing the fact that we both had actually applied to Outsiders when it first came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna send you the application so you can see how scuffed it is. So my latest comment on my YouTube stuff, because I don't really do YouTube anymore, is just Hale commenting on that video saying this was actually low-key peak for Outside. And every time I open my YouTube studio, I just see that comment. And I'm like, no, it was not. I want to cry thinking about the fact that was public for so many years. Thinking about the fact that they actually had to watch that it was an application. I'll send it to you on Discord after the stream, and you can see what I'm talking about. It is so. It's quite something. I think this is like relatively lit up now. I mean, there's areas that aren't, but this place is meant to be dangerous. It's fine. I'm hitting every single wither rose in my path. Okay. If you trace the mute system, my younger internet days. See, I started making content when I was 11 years old, and some of it was IRL content. And I have transitions. Is all of those videos are just like privated on my current YouTube channel. My old username like included my gender in it and everything. It was possibly the worst username ever for somebody who ended up being trans. But I didn't make a new channel. I just renamed my channel. So it is the same channel that I made all those videos on. But I don't want to delete them because they are like comedy gold. To occasionally watch with friends. But yeah, I think some of them have my dead name in them, which is why everything before Rainbow Life is privated, because I didn't want to watch through them all and sit through that pain to double check that there wasn't any like references. I know there isn't any in Rainbow Life, despite the fact that that was still pre-transition, but yeah. 11-year-old me was going crazy. Ice cream sundae challenge with my best friend. Yippee! My dad filmed us in my kitchen and helped us make that video. I genuinely, I don't know why. I do know why. It was fun, but those videos did better than anything I've put out since I started doing what I do. They did so much better. Like, that's why I don't really make YouTube. It's too much effort for the fact that it doesn't really result to much. I found I need to put in more effort in learning how to edit properly. I need to also delete my first Gauchum episode because I'm not continuing that series. I don't have the time, and I don't want to just have an episode 1 out. I do this all the time. I make one episode on something and then I delete it. For Catchem season 2, I will make YouTube things, but it takes so long. Streaming is so much easier with the fact that I just go live and then I stop going live, and then what am I looking for? I'm looking for something. There is something I'm looking for. This. What else is in this path? It's coarse dirt. Soul soil. Basalt and things. I don't know if I have soul soil. That's Polish basalt. Regular basalt. Regular basalt. And then more deep slate if I have deep slate. Still, I feel like I probably used it all. Surely I have just normal deep slate somewhere. Deep slate. Seriously? I had so much of it. There's no way I used it all. Sand. That's crazy. Okay then. Well. Oh, I was not looking for soul soil when I did that entire thing. good. I really doubt I would have had any left over from that, but who knows. At 1. Yep. Oh, never mind. Sick. Okay, we can go mining briefly. It's so dark over here now. It's kind of a vibe. My ninja training. Yeah, I have to mentally prepare if I watch them, but it is just in case your thing, like my friends like to do. It's just what absolute cringe fest can we find in my old YouTube videos? Being a ninja. Damn, I did jiu-jitsu for like 5 years. So I quite literally was a ninja. I almost got my black belt, like an adult black belt as well, because you can get them like at 16, and I was just about to turn 16 when I quit. I quit because of dysphoria and because it was hella awkward once I came out as trans. But I was actually like a little bit away from getting my black belt. I was training for it, which is so sad, honestly. I wish I had got it, but I was also coming up to GCSEs, and I knew that I wasn't going to be ready for the grading before my GCSEs, so it would have been like another, honestly, year, because I wouldn't have trained through my GCSEs for the grading after it either, so it would have been a long time. It would have been a real long time. Fair. But it's so cool. And having, like, defense skills is really useful. I probably wouldn't remember that much of it, but I know, like, the basics. But I do miss it, and I wish I had got that black belt now, because of the fact that I've transitioned since, all of my, like, records and stuff is in my dead name, and I genuinely don't think I would be able to get that back. Like, and also I didn't get an adult belt. All of my belts were junior belts, so I would have gone straight from like junior brown to adult black. So if I had got that adult black belt, if I wanted to continue in the future, I could have continued from adult belts. But now I'd have to go all the way back to the start, to like the first belt, if I wanted to do it again, which is so sad. And I probably wouldn't ever do it again, but it was a good time when I did do it. Oh my gosh, I forgot that there's no torches on this entire thing. Why did I do this? I don't have torches, I just have... There we go, there's one. Yeah, good job. So lit up, that tunnel, yep. Singular torch, and then like the lava pit down there. Um, and I might, I don't know. I was gonna say make it complete and put torches in there, but I can't really be bothered. But I will keep the lanterns on me in case I find somewhere that needs it. Let's use it. So. What are these? Dead slabs. Okay. Do I take this off of this being half of here? I think maybe just the opposite side of constant Pokemon death sounds now that I've got Wither Roses back. That probably works. Let me just put glowstone in the whole thing and then I'll texture it afterwards. The Pokemon. The amount of times I've been called a murderer by chat in this season. Because I do kind of just... Ooh, legendary Terragon. I do kind of just kill them a lot. It happens. I mean, I was planning on making a whole secret laboratory filled with Pokemon when I originally started the server, so I feel like it should have been expected. Like the entire reason this whole place is like built like up on the support was because if I go under here, this whole thing was gonna be like a laboratory hide and seek mini game. It just never happened. It was a big space. Ow, ow, ow. I don't remember how I textured this previously. Okay, I see. So soil, and then just random like rocky bits around the outside. I'm just used to having Axiom now in creative building that it generally feels weird to go in by hand and like break these things and then replace them. Replace Tool My Beloved, come back to me. Okay. I actually think because my shovel is so fast, the breaking by hand is like 10 times easier. Smooth little tiles. Oh, little tiles. I have not touched the little tiles since the Rats 2 testing. That sent me back. And when we're building a magical squid out of little tiles. I miss everything about creative mode building when I'm doing survival stuff. Magical squid. Oh my god, one of my school friends, the only thing that they ever saw of any of the things I watched was Magical Squid. Because I brought it up once when I was talking to them and they were just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, no, 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 you have to watch this clip. So I spent ages finding like a video of it. And I showed it to her. That's no context to anything else about the server or just anything. And it was just, she was just so concerned. But also found it really. Oh yeah, no, it's because of the magical squid plushie. That's why I showed it. He was like, "What even is that?" The guy is so stupid. Look at his face. I love the fact that it just stands up. Like, you cannot see. But like, my mum loves it as well. She hates when I buy merch things, or at least she used to when I was younger. But she had to agree this was funny. Oh, that's funny. I've knocked my nappies over now that I've pulled this out from behind them. I think you'll appreciate this, August. Oh, the Nalpies are still dead. It's fine. Go on. Come back to life at some point. Just got eaten by Bruno. I love how my usual rule of thumb is that I don't really talk about other content stuff on my channel very often. I've just completely ignored that today. Sometimes I just am a little insane about the things I enjoy, and not talking about them is worse than talking about them. Shove all this back in here. I was making the main dress. Oh, that's sick. I actually like that this path is quite dark. Like, it's like, you kind of get drawn to the specific locations. Not that I've seen it with, you know, nighttime. I think this is cute. My little temp training gym. All of my gym battles have occurred here. I haven't battled anyone since I built this. Are we done? Not quite. I think we need to make this look nicer. And I'm not going to destroy this because it was used so much. It's just like a part of my thing now. But I think putting like trapdoors up the sides, trying to make it look nicer, would be good. A little bit of like a finish. If I grab umbrella wood, some slabs, maybe some dead trapdoors. Oh wait, yeah, I need the dead slabs for the path actually. Oh, I have some. I wanted umbrella trapdoors as well, but I don't know if I have any. The dead ones probably do. Ooh, the pillars. Wait, that's a shout. Oh, the sun setting. Yes. Yes. Beautiful, stunning, amazing. There's so many options. What is Minecraft to be like that? I think that works. Oh, I forgot that does that. Yes, this music is specifically like a playlist for this server to match the vibes of my area. This is why they don't have vertical slabs in Minecraft, by the way. I mean, it's not a good enough reason, but there is other reasons why they don't, but none of those are good enough reasons either. I don't know what to do about the actual front of this. If I cover the hoppers. That looks a little bit nicer. Output, input, and then your like fuel input is there. What texture? What did Minecraft makes the blocks feel? Yes. Can you open this chest with these on top? Okay. Nice. This is cool. I don't know if I want to cover the back. Like, it looks kind of ugly, but this is also the main, like, input area. Maybe, like, just shove it along like these two. But covering that covers that section of the input. Let's just leave it open then. It looks a little neater. I mean, this was meant to be temporary, but I think it's been here for so long now. I'm just gonna leave it. Ow. Let's just do a little, like, wooden canopy bit here. I don't know. I'm going random now. Making something up. Making something up and then just completely does not know what to do. Which caves I rather like Minecraft caves? You know what? Yeah. That would probably be more fun than what caves are like, well. Oops. This is a very basic little canopy, but it's ow. And some little details. I need a lantern. You know, I will put torches. We're trying to make this feel complete. We may as well light the area up. Call the devil's ass. That's quite funny. I feel like I have been in some caves. Okay, I feel like this bit needs something doing to it. I cover those edges so that whatever I'm about to can't be seen. Maybe black stone or smooth black sandstone. Let's try this. Being carefully filmed Flesh and Stone, The Weeping Angels. Oh, whoa. That's pretty sick. You know. I went on a school trip in year 7 where I got known for climbing through really small spaces in like caves. That was kind of fun. Actually, I want these on the other side. They're not going to be evenly spaced, that's all. Ooh. See, that would piss me off. Yeah. There was one point where I didn't because I thought I'd get stuck, and then my teacher was like, "Oh, I thought you'd go through there." But I also love like regular climbing, so like occasionally I was like, I need to climb. There was like no ropes climbing up this really tall like rock face with just like one instructor for like all of us. That was sketchy as hell. It was very windy and it was far too easy to fall off. They do that trip every year for year sevens. It's like an introduction thing when you first join this school. It's like lots of like outdoors activities and things like that. You know, like raft building. I don't know. But one of the things that they have, is they do like a midnight walk. It was never like actually midnight. It was just late night walk. And oh, what? There's just like a little bit of stairs missing. I must have run out of stairs when I got this way. And they made it scary. It was like a horror thing, and they the entire point was just that the staff got to jump scare the kids, and it was just like one of the most terrifying things. It was just a tradition. I don't know where the tradition came from, but it was a tradition at the school. And but during my group's walk, there was genuinely so many things that happened that weren't planned in the story that the teachers were telling, and like when we got back, the like sixth summer, the head of school sixth summer had to be like, so we were messing with you, but that was genuinely terrifying, so let's talk about it. There's just this guy is standing in the middle of the forest, just standing there doing nothing, dressed in all black. It was terrifying. And then they were telling this entire story about like a van that like was like some like murderer of a big axe, like a grey van when we were about to cross the road. And you know what pulls up when we're about to cross the road? And it stops. Like we were about to cross. There's no crossing or anything. We were about to cross the road. It stops in front of us, and we're all just standing there like nobody's moving. And the windows of this van were blacked out. You could not see who was inside of it, and it was terrifying. And the staff were like trying to get us to cross the road in front of this van, and we were all like terrified and screaming. I think one of the funniest things is when one of our teachers snapped a twig behind us, and it sent a shockwave of everybody just jumping down the entire group. And then somebody was like realized it was the teacher who did it. But like it was a thing in the school, you could not tell like the new year sevens about it. Like you could not like nobody would spoil that experience. But one of the other things that happened is one of the teachers threw a stone into the lake, and the second one was thrown into the lake like 30 seconds afterwards, and it wasn't anybody in the group. So where that stone came from, we don't know. But they made up this whole story. There's like a well, like barred off. It's creepy like forest, and they they make this whole story about this chocolate factory that like had this incident where people fell into these vats of chocolate and died. And there was this big like thing where chocolate spilled everywhere, and it's like you can still see their bones at the bottom of this well. And like there being like creepy people out in the forest at night, and they put signs up that said like beware on the gate. But then they said like if you smell the flowers, you can still smell the chocolate, and it works. Like it tricks your brain so bad that when you smell these flowers, you can actually smell the chocolate because somebody's told you that it's meant to smell like that. Um, it's so odd. But yeah, no, it was horrifying. It was terrifying. Genuinely scarring experience. They actually, so my school therapist, absolutely great person, love her, incredible. I actually talked to her like through email recently because of top surgery stuff, and she's great. She's amazing. But the year before I left, I'm just yapping now. I don't really have anything else to do, so I guess I'm just gonna tell the story. They sent her on that trip because there's so much need for a therapist after that. And I think that's hilarious. When she told me that, I was like, good luck with the midnight walks. Because there was so many people just in tears from that. And she did. She came back and told me stories about the trip, which was so expected. We spent so much of our sessions just yapping. Far too much of our therapy sessions were just random yaps. It's so funny. Yeah. Like, got to that point where they had to put the therapist on the school trip, something kind of odd is happening. But it's just such a tradition, and I'm sure they still do it. So there's something, maybe there's something only a 7 million go. Fair. I think we're done. I think this is actually finished. Like, that's everything I wanted to finish up. Sick. Yippee. This is my biggest survival build ever. I have never built anything like this. Hold up, let me deal with the bots. Thank you, oh, I'm gonna have, okay, for the like main screenshots, I'm gonna have to let that grow, but, oh wait, I didn't do the bottom layer. Hold up. Oh, wrong button. There you go. Do I have this? Yeah, it's the little swirly thing. They're great. I love them. Right, literally, like, I only did it because I did the swirl here, and I was like, I feel like I need to, like, continue that theme on. Grab a whole bunch of this. Yes, we're gonna do the bottom layer. How many times have I got wizard this stream? Like, yeah, this had little bits that came up into it. It also had, like, walls and stuff, but I don't know if I have the time to... time or energy to add those details, but... yeah, it's at the back of the base anyway, it doesn't need to be that detailed. Did that grow like that? Eloli. What? What? Minecraft auto-gen floating trees. I also think like this should come all the way down. Strange burger. That's a new one. I've heard many burger words. Never strange burger. I can probably use a shovel for this actually. I mean, I would usually like extend this into the water, but given this goes into like a massive area, it's probably not worth it. Oh my god. Such a speedy shovel. You hate speed burger. That's great. Please. Even the shovel's too good. Okay. It's just like a strip, but it's erosion. Sweet burger too much these days. Okay. I do sometimes stop myself from saying evil burger if I'm not like around people who understand what that means. I do sometimes I filter it out of my vocabulary. To be fair, more than I say it, because I like not many people I'm around consistently would actually know what that means at all. It's funny that my like long-term online friends like don't know anything about the communities that I part of. I introduced Lucas to Power servers and vampires, but other than that, I'm restarting in 5 minutes now. But other than that, none of my friends really know. I actually made Jay watch Vampires, half the Vampires episode one time because he was at my house and I wanted to watch it. um, but yeah, a lot of them really know, which is fine. I have a lot of friends that from a lot of different places, and sometimes I have to remember that when I say things, I need to kind of explain what I'm actually on about. I was doing a like project with some people at university, and I hadn't spoken to these people before we had been put in a group together. But at one point, like I was talking in like the lab to one of my group partners, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to go to like Rotterdam in like the end of May, so I hope the exam thing's like early." And they were like, "Oh, what are you wanting to go to Rotterdam for?" Like, because I was like, for a specific event that's at this time. Like, what are you wanting to go to Rotterdam for? And I was like, TwitchCon. And they were like, "Oh, like yeah, my sister's been to that once." And I was like, "Wait, the fact that you actually know what TwitchCon is, it's crazy." So then I had to explain that I do stuff online and the reasons that I wanted to actually go to TwitchCon. Sick. But I have like two Instagram accounts, and I always give like my personal one for to people at uni. But occasionally, if I vibe with people well enough, I'll just give them my like content one because I only really respond to things on my content one. So like, I met at, like a freshers event, like a barbecue thing. Two people who I haven't talked to that much, but they were very nice and very sweet. And I was like, you seem like you fit the vibe here. Just have this one. They are very nice. I'm just gonna back him up and hopefully Inside community, but so separate from the GSKP. Yeah. Yeah, I try not to make references to things too often because I know everybody's in very different areas of the community. Especially like the people I work with on MC, they like everybody's just kind of from separate areas. Just noticed this. The bottom of this tree looks like it's been overgrown with dirt. You know, I'm really getting like specific into details when I start like correcting normal trees. These bits as well, where they're like different types of leaves have molded together. Oh. Hey, wait, server reset means it's almost 8. This is an early stream for me. This is not the time that I usually stream, but I was just told by Kaiko that the server closes this evening and not a specific time, so I didn't want to accidentally not finish, so I'm just gonna go live early for... Hello? Evil. It's run away, luckily. It's gonna come back the second though. Hello? Use a sword. Evil burger. Although, to be fair, with like proper armor, these things do like 0 damage. Did I kill it? No. I think one thing that scares me about moving back to hardcore after being on a server like this is like currently I have like maxed out protection gear for the most part. The server's restarting. And like tools and what flavor is the armor? Yeah, and like I don't take much damage for things, and creepers don't blow up properly. I mean, I think they still do damage, but they don't like blow up areas. I'm scared that I'm gonna forget that it's so much easier to die when I don't have all of these things. Like, I need to be real careful. I also need to turn subtitles at the bottom of my screen on. That's mainly how I survive in like Minecraft stuff. I'm gonna put a lantern next to this, just on the floor. Give it a little bit of light. Okay, I think we are done. New world, there's so much damage. Yeah, luckily it's not a new world. I have diamond armor on it. Like I have played on it a bit before, and I'm just gonna continue on the same world because every time I do hardcore, I start a new world, and then I play for like a little bit, and then I stop. But I have nothing else currently going on projects wise, so I think I can like commit to it a little bit more long term without having like a bajillion other things going on at the same time. Um, so this might be the first time I actually get to like properly making stuff and doing things on hardcore. But I don't spend much time in survival Minecraft, so I actually am very excited to kind of see like what playing the game feels like in this year. Because like I played survival Minecraft on like Pocket Edition when I was younger, but since playing Java, I mainly build in creative. Um, so and then when I'm on servers, quite a lot of time like I'm given stuff by people because they feel bad that I keep like dying or I'm like behind. That happens quite often. This is the first server where that hasn't happened. So I haven't played much like just normal vanilla Minecraft where I actually have to do things. So I also remembered one thing that's not finished is oh, I don't know, shaders on it doesn't light up. I can't be bothered. It's not happening. I think it was gonna be enchanting area. I don't have the stuff for that. These guys, you're meant to be in a boat, Pigglypuff, but you're just glitched in the floor. So I don't know if, yeah, it's an elevator. I love modded Minecraft. Wait, that's so sick. Immediately take the screenshot. If I put, hold up, let me use shaders. Please. There we go. Oh, whoa. But watch this, watch this. It's so fun. Let's go outside. It's a little laggy, but... Oh my god. Ow. Ow. Oh no, not the particles. I am taking screenshots as I'm doing this. Oh my god. I wish I could make the skull light up, but without like light blocks from creative, I can't. It didn't look right when I backlit it. The reflection. Oh, I wish people like fought in here so I'd have some like cool screenshots. The glass fog effect looks so much better with shaders on. We ignore those windows. Also looking down at like my database, my house. Hold up, let me tuck myself around a corner and freak him. The rain adds an elevator of like moodiness. Oh, the back. I'm just rotating. Sick. Sick, cool, amazing. Yeah, the river's not purple anymore because of the thing, but... I'm gonna have to go through all the stuff torches. I'm gonna have to go through and like get very specific screenshots later today. To make sure I have everything I need for my goal portfolio, but sick. It makes it look very aesthetic, it does. It's also like if I switch the shaders off, the rain's actually purple. Actually, it might have been purple with them on anyway. I think that's pretty sick. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave this here because the event that I was talking about earlier has started. I want to go show those guys some love, and I'm done. This music feels very like on theme for the fact that I'm done and ending and yippee. Um, purple. It's the end of Purple Panda. Everybody's been saying purple's my color after this thing. My entire thing is black and red, but sure. Um, I'm not dyeing the other half of my hair purple. It's not happening. No worries, Lucas. Thank you for being here. Yes, I forgot that I put lava down here. You know what? Hardcore tomorrow. We'll do it. Why not? I think I don't have anything Monday. Hold up. Let me like 100% double check that I can physically promise that. Let me first check with this work things. Yep, I can do that. I do have like exams starting Wednesday, but no, I don't have anything on Monday. Major attractive replay. Hell yeah, we can do hardcore tomorrow night. It'll be at 9 p.m. BST. Normal stream. We're back to normal. We're back to normal stream schedule. Finally. 9 p.m. And yeah, that is it for today. I will switch to main screen. Oop. Is if my stream deck would work. Wow. That was the transition. Sure. Cool. Let me find who I want to raid. I know who I want to raid. Let me find them. No Monday switch for Instagram. Hell yeah. Oh my god, so many people alive. No, you're making me choose. Stop. So many friends. Antari's live. Wait, is Gal's live as well? Oh wait, Gal's playing in the event that I wanted to raid into. Charlie's hide and seek. Is Charlie live himself? I want to send you over to Charlie. Have I got his username wrong? Or is he just not live? Charlie's hide and seek. I don't know if he is actually live. I haven't got his username wrong. Interesting. I could have sworn he said he was gonna be live. Okay, I'll send you over to Gal. The same event anyway. Love Gallifrey. Gallifrey's great. Enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 9. Yes. I always say goodbye too early. We're not raiding yet. Wait, raid messages. I have no mods today. There we go. There's the raid messages. I need to like gift stream elements a sub so that the mods right. Okay. Bye bye.